Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this JavaScript tutorial here I will show you how you can make this type of vertical slider. So this is actually testimonial slider, and here I want to clear you one thing, that is I did not have focused much on this design part. Here I focused on the functionality. Okay, so here you can see the preview of this slider. So here you can see the preview button and next button. So when I will click this preview button, so you can see it's sliding, and when the slider is end, so if I click preview button again, so it will not happen anything. Okay, and if I click the next button, so you can see it's sliding, and when the slider will be end, so here if I click the next button again, so it's happened nothing. So this slider I will make, and here I have used all the code is custom code, and here I will explain how you can do that in custom code, and I will try to explain very easy way. So hope guys you will be enjoyed this video, and if you find this video is helpful, so guys don't forget to like this video, and you can subscribe my channel and press the notification bell icon to get more update, because I upload daily basis this type of video. So now first of all I will open my code editor, and here I use Visual Studio Code Editor, but you can use any kind of code editor. So first of all I will open Visual Studio Code Editor. So guys, here you can see first of all I have opened the index.html file and the style.css file. So guys, here I have added the basic structure of HTML, and here I have added a link. So this link is for this CSS. So I have used here external CSS. So this external CSS link I have added here, and here you can see the body tag, because all the HTML code I will write inside this body tag. And before that guys, here I will write the some CSS of this body tag. So first of all I will copy this body tag, and here I will paste, and now here I will add padding. Padding is 0, and the margin is also I will write 0, and here I want to add the background color inside this body. So for that, here I will write background image. So now if you are thinking maybe the why I have written the background image, because I don't want to add background image, I want to add background color, because guys when we want to add the gradient color, so that time we can use the background image, and here I want to use the linear gradient color. So here you can see the property linear gradient color it's showing. So I will click this and linear gradient. Here I want to add the color, that is to right, that means the color will start from right. And now here I will add the color code, so RGB, so red, green, blue, the full form of RGB, red, green, blue. So the first of all red means R, so here R color is 54, and G means green color is 28, and B is blue color is 28. So here you can see after added this color code, here you can see it's added this color, and now comma, and here I want to add another color, that will start from right to left. So it will go, that is 0 has 2 to 2. This is blackish color you can see. So I will save, and if I refresh, so here you can see this color is added. So this color is start from right to left. So right is here you can see that is black, because I have added here black, this blackish color, and here you can see in the left you can see this reddish color. So now here I have added the background color, and now guys here I will go to the HTML page again, and now here I will add the class. So div class main, and after that first of all here I will add the another class, and after added some classes then I will write the CSS. Okay, so then it will easy to understand. So div class, now here I will write box, and inside this box class here I will write, that is main thing, this one is id is slide. You can write class name and id name as per your choice, this is all depend on you. Okay, and now guys here I will write div class profile, and now here I will add some image in this profile. So image, and before that here I have stored the image. So here dot slash image, and here this image, and alter tag used for SEO purpose. Okay, so here I will write the alter tag image. So here you can write any name of this alter tag. That means guys, when if suppose the image link is missing, or there are no image in this link, so that thing, so that time this alt tag will help you. So that time here it will show the image name. When this link will be missed, so that time it will show this image link. So here I want to show you first of all what the purpose of alt tag. So now I will save, and if I refresh, so you can see it's showing this image. But suppose the image link is missing or wrong image link, so in this image link, I mean image path, I don't have any image. So if I save and refresh, so here you will find the alt tag is coming. So here you can see this alt tag is coming image. Okay, it's a blackish. So here you can see if I select, so that time you can see this alt tag is coming here. So that is the use of alt tag, and it used for SEO purpose. So now I will remove this one, and now here after profile, here I will write the another class, that is name. So name, class name and ID name you can write as per your choice. I'm saying again. And now h2 tag, and the name I will write Michael. So guys, here I'm making the testimonial slider. Okay, but you can after using this slider you can do anything. Okay, but and now guys, here I will write the p tag. So p tag is here I will write the date. So the date is 30 and 05 and 2021. So guys, name, date, this you can use anything. Just for showing purpose I have added this date. That means guys, when this user added this review, so this date. Okay, so but here you can put any kind of content, and after that here I will write the content. So deep class content. Okay, and here I will add some content. So how I will get the content? So first of all, here I will go. So if I go to lorem ipsum, so here I will find the dummy content. So lorem ipsum and the first link. So this content I can use any kind of live website also, because this is the dummy free content. You will not get any copyright issue if you use this content. Okay, so from here I will copy a content. So here I will copy this content. Okay, so this content I will copy from here to any kind of thing I can copy. So here I will copy from here, and now here I will write the p tag, that is paragraph. So here I will paste this content. So now this is actually done. Okay, and here I will minimize this thing, and here I will add the another class, because I have to be add the another class, that is cut. And now from here to here I will cut, and now here I will paste. Okay, so now if I save, and here if I refresh, so here you can see it's added like this way. So now I will add some CSS step by step. So first of all, this main class. So main class CSS I will write here. Okay, so now guys, here I will write this main, and here I will write the position is fixed. And now top, because I want to show this slider in a middle. So here I have added this main class, that is position fixed, and top is 50%. That means it will come to middle from top, and the left is also 50%. That means it will come from middle, it will come in middle from left also. And transform translate is minus 50% and also a minus 50%. That is guys, this is the transform translate is the same of this top and left, but it makes your CSS strongly. So that's why I have added transform translate. So now if I save and refresh, so here you can see it comes in middle. Okay, I think you can understand. And now again I will copy this box class, and here I will add some CSS in this box class. So box, and now inside this box class just I will add the CSS, that is position relative, because when we want to float any div, so that time we added that is position absolute, and where we want to float, so that div we add the position relative, because when it was sliding, so that is floated div, so that div I added the position absolute. So when I will write the next code, so then you will be it will be understandable. And now here I will write border. Border is 2 pixels solid, and here I will add the border color. So border color is RGB, and here I will write the color code, that is 223, that is R means red, 5 and it's a green color code, and 5 it's a blue color code. So you can see it's added a red color code. So now if I save and refresh, so here you can see it's added a border. Okay, and now again I will add another CSS, because you can see that is it's a start from top, but here I have to maintain the height and width. So here I will write that is height is 2 pixels. So here in this slider, height and width is very important. Okay, so based on this height and width, we will be write the functionality. Okay, so here width is 700 pixel, and here I will write the overflow is hidden. So why I will write the overflow hidden, so that I will show in the next. I will write the border radius is 4 pixel. Border radius, it will make the round of the corner of this box. And now here I will add the background color. So here now you can see the background color is transparent, because the background color of body it's showing in this box. But here if I write the background color, so background color, that is background is white. So this is the color code of white. So now if I save and refresh, so here you can see, this coming like this way. And guys, why I have written the overflow hidden, so you can see here the image is cut. But if I remove this overflow hidden, so you can see here this image will overflow from this box. So if I refresh, so here you can see this image is overflow from this box. So that's why I have written the overflow is hidden. So now I think you have understand. And now guys, here I will write the after class. So box and after, so this is added for design, and because in this box here I want to add the red color round. So previously when I was showing the preview, so that time you can see, so this red color round, here I will add this after class. So now here I will write, first of all, when we use after, so the main thing is we are to write the content is blank, or you can write any content here, but content is most important. If you don't write the content, so the after and before class will not be workable. And the another thing, we write position absolute. Okay, so guys, here this box color is position relative, because on this box here I will write this round div, so that round div is floated, so that's why, and floated on this box div. Okay, so that's why floated div is absolute, I mean this after is floated, so I have written absolute, and where it will be floated inside this box div, so that's why box div is relative. So when I will add the whole of the CSS, so it will be clear to you. And now here I will add that is top minus 50 pixel, that means it will go top on minus, and same way right is also minus 50 pixel, because this div I want to add here, this right and top. So here right and top is minus 50 pixel. And now in this div here I will set the height is 100 pixel, and the width is also 100 pixels. So width is 100 pixel, and that div I want to make it round, so that time here I have to be write border radius 50%, because guys, when the height and width is the same, so that time if we write the border radius 50%, so that time that element will be round. And now jet index it's a floated, it's for floated, I mean how much it will be floated, so that depends on jet index. So if I write jet index 99, so it will be floated up to 99, and if I write 1, so it will be floated less than 99, that means 1. So how much you want to float this div, I mean this element, or you can say this after tag, so that time you have to be write the jet index, you can increase or decrease the jet index this will be depend on floated. Okay, so now I will save, and here if I refresh, so here it's not showing anything because I forgot to add the background color, so that is main important. So without background color, that's why it was not showing. So here I will write the background color, that is RGB, and this background color whatever I have added in this border tag of this box tip, so the same background color here I have added. Okay, and now if I will save and refresh, so here you can see it's added this round color box, and now you can see this box on this, I mean this after tag, this round color element, it comes from this after tag because here I have added this CSS inside this after tag. So it's now floated, and where it's floated in this box tip. So here you can see this box tip where I have added background color white, so this is box tip. So on this box tip you can see this round color element is floated. Okay, so now guys, here if I remove the top and height is 50 minus 50, so if I remove this one, so now here you can see the deep is not here, and now if I set this top is 0, I want to show you everything because I don't want that any doubt in your mind. Okay, so now if I refresh, so here you can see this round color div is here, so that's why I had added the minus 50 pixel in top and right. So now here you can see this div is added here. So I hope you have understand this thing, and now here I will come to HTML, and now it's a slide tag. So now you can see the slide is ID. Okay, so here I will not use dot, here I will use hashtag and slide, because hashtag denotes the ID. When we write any CSS in ID, so that time for denoting this one is ID we use hashtag, and when we write any CSS in class, so that time we write dot. And now guys, here I will write the again position absolute, because this slide div actually will be slide, so that means it's a position, it's a floated. So here I have written the position absolute, and top 0, and here I will write the left is 0, so that means this slide div will start from top and left. Okay, so top 0 and left 0, and now here with 100%, and transition is 0.4s. that means when this div will be slide, I mean when I will click the next and preview button, so this div will be slided, so that time it will be slided very smoothly. So that's why I have added a transition, and now save, and if I refresh, so it will be happen nothing, because this I have added this CSS, this will be used when I will write the functionality, so that time you can understand. And now guys, here after that it's a I will write the CSS, that is this profile, or here I will write the CSS, that is first of all card. Okay, so this card CSS I will add here, so card, and now here I will write padding is 20 pixel, that means it will add some space inside this div, and height padding is added some space inside, and margin added some space outside. And now here I will write height is 200 pixel. Okay, so now if I save, so now you if I save here, so you can see it's added padding here. Before that image started from the top. Okay, but now it's added some space, and now here I will write the CSS of this profile. So now this image is very big, and it's a down from this box. So now here I will add the CSS of this profile, and inside this profile here I will set width is 100 pixel, and height is also 100 pixel, and display is inline block. So where I'm writing display inline block, so that I will explain the next line of code. So vertical align middle, so save, and now the another thing, first of all I will add, that is this image. So now here I will write this profile dot image, because this image inside this profile tag, so that's why dot profile dot image. So that means this css will be affected on this image only. I mean on this how much image will be on this profile tag, so that image will be affected by this css, not the image will be affected by outside of this profile tag, because I have added dot profile image. That means this under this profile tags image. Okay, so now here I will write the css, that is first of all width is 100 pixel. I mean how much width of this profile, I mean this div, so same width will be the image. And now here the height is 100 pixel also, I mean same height will be this image in this profile. And now here I want to add the border radius. So border radius is 50%, because I had explained that is when the height and width is same of an element, so that time if I write the border radius 50%, so that element will be round, so border radius is 50%. Okay, and now here I want to add the border color. So border color is 1 pixel and solid and hashtag 222. That means I want to add the border color is blackish. And now here I will add the padding. Padding means it will add some space inside of this element, because I had explained that one. So padding is 4 pixels. And now save and refresh. So here you can see it's added this round. And now here I will add the another css property, that is object fit cover. So that means this image, now you can see this image like here. So if I write the object fit cover, so now if I refresh, so that means when if this image would be a bigger, so that time it would be a in this div, so object fit cover. So that means this image would be a cover on this div. Okay, so that's why object fit cover. And I have written here that is display inline block in this profile. So I told you that is I will explain why I have written display inline block. So that because guys, this line, this name and the date, that I want to bring it here beside this image. So that means I didn't block this the place of this image, I just written that is display inline block. So that means in this is the line, and here beside this image I can bring any other content. So I want to bring this content here, so that is display inline block, and that content will be a same display inline block. If I would write this is display block, so that means it contain whole of the places of these images. So I cannot bring here any other content beside this image. So that's why display inline block. Okay, and now here I will write this name tag. Okay, so this class I will paste here, and this name class, inside this name class I have written the name and date. That means this one, and this one I want to bring beside this image. So guys, same way this name class I will write display inline block, and here I will write the width, because this profile width is now 100 pixel. So this remain 100 pixel. I will write, say I will set the width of this name. So width here I will write CALC, that is calculation. And now here 100% minus here this 100 pixel, whatever I set in this profile width. So that means remaining 100 pixel, it will set the width of this name element. And now here I will write vertical align middle, whatever I have written in this profile also. So vertical align middle, I will explain what is that. Okay, and now, so first of all I will save, and if I will show you, that is, so here I will save again, and it's not coming because here I will write 130 pixel, because it's coming like this way. from here, so that's why it was not showing. So here I have to be set minus 130 pixel. So now if I save, so you can see it is coming from here. Okay, so guys, here I will write that is margin left. So margin left is 18 pixel. So that means it will add some space from here, because I already said that is margin left, added space the outer of this div. So this is the div, and outer of this div it will add some space. So now if I refresh, so here you can see it added some space outer of this name div. Okay, so now guys, here I will add some css of this name. Okay, so for that, here you can see it's a in h2 tag. So and this h2 tag inside this name element. So here I will copy this name, and here I will paste and write h2 tag. So that means how many h2 tag will be this name element. So that means guys, how many h2 tag in this name field, so that will be affected by css what I am going to write. So here I will write the position is relative. So why I'm writing position is relative, because here I want to add the before or after tag. So here I will write the before tag. So here before, and now here I will add some css. So I already explained how we write before or after tag. First of all, the content is must, and the before and after tag most of the cases is floated, so we write absolute, position absolute. And now here I will write height is 2 pixel and the width is 2 pixel. Because why I'm writing this before tag, because the below of this name I want to add the line for the design purpose. Okay, so that's why here I have added the before and after tag. So width is here I will write the width is 30 pixel. Okay, and now here I will write the background color. So without background color it will not be shown. So background color is the same, this red color whatever I am using before, I have used before. Okay, so background, and it will start, this line will start from left 0, and here bottom is minus 30 pixels. So save, and now refresh. So here you can see this div is here, I mean this element is here. And now guys, here I will inspect, and if I expand this, so here you can see this before tag. So here I will set the bottom. So here, so I think this is perfect. So here I want to add this element. So here you can see the bottom is minus 8 pixels. So instead of 30 pixel, here I will set that is minus 8 pixels. So now if I save and refresh, so here you can see that. And now guys, here I will come to HTML, and now here is the content. So I will copy this content class, and now here I will paste this content class, and inside this content there is the p tag. So now I want to add the css of this p tag. Okay, so here content and p tag, that means how many p tag will be inside this content class, so that will p tag will be affected by this css what I'm going to write. So now p tag, and here I will write the css, that is first of all margin top. Margin top is here I will write 20 pixel. And now the another css I will write color. I want to add the color, so RGB format, and the color is 68 for R means red, and 68 for green means G, and 68 for blue. So same color code I have added. And now here line height, because inside this you can see the p tag there is 1 2 3 4. So all the inside this line, here I want to add some space, so that is line height. So line height, here I will write 20 pixel. So now save. So here you can see. Okay, so now guys, here just I will cut some content. Okay, so here just this content I want to show you like up to this. So save. So now you can see it's showing like this way. So it's a done. And now guys, here I will write the HTML code for button. So now you can see this slider is done. Okay, so now here I have to add the button, because guys, when I will click this button, so that time the slide will be happen. So for that, inside this HTML tag, here I have to be add this button. So guys, now first of all I want to show you that is this button will start from here. So this content is middle for the main tag, because inside this main tag, if I show here, so inside this main tag I have written position fixed, top 50% and left 50%, because that means for by this main tag this div is in the middle, so the button will be also start from here. So for that, the button I will write inside this main tag. So from here I will select this main tag, and this is in from here. So just here I will write the button. So here button type is button, and now here I will add the class. So the class name will be buttons. So here you can write class name anything, because I'm not using this one is the bootstrap class. So here I have written the button is the class is buttons, and preview. And now just I will copy this one and I will paste here, and just I will check the name that is next. So now if I save, so here you can see it's added button here. And now here I will add some CSS on this button class. So I'll copy this one, and just below of this here I will write all the class. So first of all I will add the background color. So background color I want to add, that is RGB, and here I will write the color code. So color code is 255, 255 and 255. So same color I have added. So now here you can see it's added the white color. And now here I will add the border. So border is 1 pixel solid, and the color code here I will write the border, that is DF0505. So here you can see it's added this red color border. And now I want to add the padding of this button. Now padding is 7 pixel and 22 pixel. And now here I will add the color of the text of this button. So the color is I will add this same color. So I will copy from here and just I will paste. And now font size. So guys, here I will write font size. Font size is 16 pixels. So now first of all I will save up to this, and just I will refresh. So here you can see it's added border, background color, font color and font size. And now here the another CSS property I will write. So now here I will write, that is margin right. So margin right is 8 pixel, because guys here all the button is very close. So here I want to add the margin, so that's why margin right. So margin right is 8 pixels. So now if I save, so you can see this button is added margin. And now the font weight. So font weight I will write 800 pixel, and I will write 600 pixel. It will be more bolder, so that's why 600 pixel. And outline is none, because I don't need the outline of this button. Outline is none. Margin top, because this button is start from this div, so here I want to add some margin. So margin top, and here I will write the margin top is 14 pixels. So now if I save and refresh, so you can see this button is comes from here. And now here I will write the cursor is pointer. So that means here when I'm bringing my cursor on this button, so it's happen nothing. But now if I refresh and the cursor pointer, that means when I'm bringing my cursor in on this button, so it's showing the hand icon. So that is cursor pointer. And now this text is very close, all the letters, so that I want to add some space on each of this letter. So that's why I will write the letter spacing. So letter spacing, here I will write 0.2 pixel. And now the another CSS, that is border radius, because this button's corner I want to make it little bit of round. So border radius is 2 pixel, and here I will write the transition is 0.2s is in out. So why I have written the transition, because when I will bring my mouse pointer on this button, so here I want to add some hover effect. So this hover effect will be smoothly, so that's why I have added the transition. And now here I will write the hover effect. So here I will write that is hover. So hover is, first of all, when I will bring my mouse cursor on this button, so first of all the background color will be transparent, and now the color will be white, and the border will be 1 pixel solid. And so save and refresh. So when I will bring my cursor on this button, so here you can see it's added some hover effect, and this hover effect is happening very smoothly. So that's why this is the transition. So if I comment this transition, and now if I show here, so this hover effect, you can see it's not a smoothly, it's happened very quickly. So that's why I had added the transition. I hope you have understand. Okay, so you can see this hover effect is now very smoothly. So the design part is done, and now guys, here I will write the functionality, that is main important. Okay, so now when I will click this preview button, so that time the slide will be happen. So here I will write a method on click, because when I will click the button, so on click, this method name I will write preview. So prev, this is the short form of preview, but method name also you can write as per your choice. And this, the next button method name I will write next. So I will copy the same thing and paste, just method name I will change. So now here I will start to write the method. So just above this body tag, here I will write script. So this script you can write any other custom.js file also, but here I am writing same in index.html file. So this script tag you can write here inside this head tag, here you can write also, but it is the good practice to write just above this body tag. Okay, after all the content, I mean after written all the content, just here you can write the script tag. Okay, so guys, here before writing the script of this, so here I have to be copy this one, I mean this card for some time, because otherwise which will be slide. So for that this card will be copied for 3 times, because this card will be slided. So this card I will copy, and just I will change the name, any name I will change, because if I change the name, so that time it will be understandable that it is sliding. And now here I will just change the image. So this one I will write 2, and same again I will copy this card, because I want to make it slide for 3 times. And this name I will change anything, any kind of name you can write. And here I want to change this image again slash, and this one. So save. So first of all it's showing nothing, just first one it's showing, because again I want to show you, that is I had written that is position overflow is hidden. So this one I had written inside this box tag, so that's why it was showing the hidden. So if I remove, and now here you can see this overflow, it's a I mean the another card is out of this box. So that's why I had written overflow hidden. So that means whatever which content is overflowing from this box, so that will be hidden. So that's why it's showing only the first one, because this first one is not overflowing, this is inside this box. Okay, so I hope you have understand that thing. And now here I will write the functionalities, because when I will click this preview button, so the slide, it will be slided. So here I will write function, and I will paste this preview button and parenthesis, because this is the syntax to write the function. Okay, and now guys, before that, which I will be slided, this one. So for that, here first of all I will copy this id, and just outside this method I will write a variable, and variable name I will write slider. Variable name also you can write as per your choice, and here I will write document dot get element by id, and here I will paste this id, this slide. Okay, so here inside this inverted comma I have to be paste. So now this slide means guys, this slide id. Okay, so this one. And now guys, here I have to be write the another thing, where cart. So that means how many time this will be slided, because there are the three cart. If I shown here, so here you can see there are the three cards. So first time it's showing the first card, I mean this one. And after that, when I will click the slider button, I mean preview or next, so that time it will be shown the second card, and after the third card. So when I will, after showing the third card, so if I click the preview or next button again, so that time this it will be happen nothing. So how many time the slider will be happen? Just 3 times. So here inside this preview tag I can write the static way 3 times the slide will be happen. But suppose this card is dynamically, I mean if it comes from API, so we don't know that time how many time the slide will be happen, so that time we cannot write the static way. But here I have written the static card, so I know this is the 3 time card, so that means the slide will be happen for 3 times. But when it will come from API, so it may be the 4, 5, 6 times. So that's why I don't know. So here I will copy this card, and here I will set the length of this card. Length means how many times this is the card. So if I set the length, so it may be the 6 times, 7 times, just I will get the length. Okay, so that way here I will write document dot get element by get element by class name, because card is the class. Here if I shown here, you can see this is the class, so class name. And now here I will write the another variable j equals to, first of all 0, and now here I will write, here I will write j equals to cart dot length minus 1. So here now if I write inside this console dot log, and if I write this j, so let's see what I will get in this console. So now save, refresh, and if I open the inspect, and if I come console and refresh again, and now if I click this preview button, so here you can see I'm getting 2, because card dot length, that means it's a 3, and from here I have written the minus 1, so that means I'm getting 2 times. And now guys, if I set this var j, so I will cut from var here. If I define var is j here and equals to 0, so that means it will start from 0, and if I write card dot length minus 1, so that means it will be written 3. So here you can see. So I'll remove from this one, and now here I will write the next CSS. So here I will write a if condition. So if this j not equals to 0, so that means up to this time this slide will be happen. So why I have written the cut dot length minus 1, so that I will also explain. I know here it's a confusing to you, so here I will explain why I have written this cut dot length minus 1, not only cut dot length. So I will explain that also. So now, but before that, here you have to understand that is when the j will not be 0, so up to that time the j will be minus minus. That means if I write console dot log here j, so now save and refresh. So here if I click preview, so here you can see it start 1. If I click again, it's a 0, but if I click again, it's happen nothing, because j will be minus minus up to when it will not be 0. So when it's 0, so it stop to countdown. Okay, so now if I remove this if condition, and just if I write j minus minus and console.log j, so that means it will be after 0, it will be the minus. Okay, so how many time I will create, so it will be count. So that's why I have set up to when it will not come up to 0, so that means it will show j minus minus. And now I hope here you have understand. And now here I will write another variable here. I will write that is var, and var I equals to 0. That's also a global variable. And now here I will write that is I equals to I minus 240. So that means I will be minus 240, and how much when it will be the j will be 0, so that time it will stop to minus. Okay, so now if I write console.log, if I write I, and here also if I write console.log j, so let's check it, then it will be clear to you. So now if I click preview, so you can see it's 1 and minus 240, and if I click again, so it's 0 and minus 480. Now if I click, it's happened nothing, because here is the condition, that is when the j will be 0, so that means I will also stop to minus. So when j is 0, so I also stop to minus. So now here I have said this thing. Okay, so now here I will cut this thing. So this width, this is the height. Okay, so that I have taken from this height. Actually this is the 220 pixel blocks, and this slider I will minus from 220 pixels, because this element is in 220 pixel, so that I have to be added on top. That means if I add this slider top, I mean suppose if I show you in previews, I mean this slide div, if I add top minus 240 pixel, here if I set minus 240 pixel, so here you can see the next slide is showing. So if I write this on this minus like this way, so you can see the next slide is showing. Here you can see that. So this slide I will add the top property. Okay, so that means it will be so in the next, and if I plus this top property, so you can see it showing the top slide element. So this way here I can set this I value in this slider top property. So I will copy this slider, and here I will write dot style dot top equals to, and if I write here this id. So now that means if I set this property plus pixel as a pixel, so pixel is the string, so I have written is inside this inverted comma. So now save and refresh. So if I click, so here you can see it's gone up to top, again up to top, and when it will be the 0, so the slide is stopped. So That's why I had written here the j is card dot length minus 1. But if I would write here only length, so now let's check it what it would be happen if I click this preview. So it's slide okay, again it's slide okay. So now I have to be stopped, so that is here card is 3 times again. So guys, here you can see if I show here, that is card is 3 times, but after slided this 2 card, when it will come this last one, so that time I have to be stopped to slide. So that's why when it will comes this last card, that means it's a 3 card, because 1 2 3. So if I would slide this 3 card also, so that means it will be blank. Here you can see it would be blank. So that's why I would not slide this last card. So that's why I have written the card dot length minus 1, because the last card I will not slide. So the last, from this last card I have written this minus 1. So that means if I save and if I refresh, so that means the when it will come this last card, so it will not be slided. I hope now you also understand. So this preview functionality is done. So now here I will write the functionality of this next button. So I will copy this next button and just below this preview here I will paste, and before that I will write function keyword, and here I will write parenthesis. So here I will write the same condition, but the condition will be little bit of change. So I will copy this condition and this one. So here I had written, that is when the j will not be up to 0, so that time j will be minus. But here I have to be write the different, that is when the j will not be this card dot length minus 1. So it's a different, okay, because it's a next button. Whatever will be the preview, so the different will be the next button. It's a very simple. So j plus plus, because here I had written that is j minus minus, so here I will write the j plus plus, and now here I will write the I equals to I plus 240 pixel, sorry 240, and the same thing now here I will add on this top property. So now save, and here if I refresh and I will close this one, so if I click preview button, so here you can see, and if I click this next button, so here you can see. So after when it will come this top, I mean first card, so it will stop to happen the next button. So I hope you have understand how you can make a slider. So here if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video, subscribe this channel and press the notification bell icon to get more update.